So I'm working at the U.S. Attorney's Office for my health law externship.
So I work at Children's Hospital Boston in the Office of the Attorney General.
I worked at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center's General Counsel's office.
I was definitely nervous my first day because it's the federal government and I didn't really know what they were expecting of me and what it was going to be like to work there, but all the lawyers were so helpful and so welcoming my first day there, and I already had a project ready to go, which was nice. If there's an interesting trial going on at the court, I can walk over there and just listen to opening arguments, or if there's a jury selection or motion, any kind of motion, which is, I think, the coolest part of working at the U.S. Attorney's Office.
So a typical day would be just come into the office and you just kind of deal with whatever problems are now facing, because it's an ongoing process. There's scientists seeking permission to go in front of the IRB. There's conflict of interest with this scientist because he's receiving grants from a pharmaceutical company, but at the same time is trying to test this pharmaceutical company's drug. So you're trying to unweave these kind of layers and try to get at to this core into where you can do a study, how you can do the study, and how the study could be performed moving forward and have this kind of neutrality that we want to see in scientific literature.
Every time I'd come in, it would usually be something different. I got work from a number of attorneys in the office. I'd also get to review our internal bylaws. I would work on patient-specific cases, whether it be a patient complaint or something to have to do with DNA testing, release of results, things like that. I thought it was great, number one, to get out of the classroom. I'm a hands-on learner, so for me to be able to go out, say, this is what I know about health law, and apply what I knew about health law, but also realize how little that can help you when you have to answer a question to your boss at work who says, just give me the answer. I don't need a policy discussion. The most difficult part would be to answer questions that really didn't have much of an answer. I find health law interesting because it has so much gray area.
The most difficult part is definitely the contract writing. It's something that I don't think law school really shows you enough of, because it's so nitty gritty and just you get into it and there's the meaning of the words. It's such a precise science, and there's also such a back and forth that you really don't realize. Probably the most fun is actually working with the business people, because a lot of our job revolves around the Office of Information and Technology there, and you get to see these just brilliant scientific minds, just absolute leaders in the field, and you see their energy and the kind of passion that they bring to the work, and they come to you with these ideas, and they're and they make this happen. How do I turn this idea? How do I turn this concrete blueprint into an actual reality? And then through the vehicle of the law, that's what you could do for them.
Boston is, a mecca for healthcare, and not just healthcare in terms of health services, but also it's a major center of healthcare research, health science. The laboratories of the medical schools and the teaching hospitals are vast, and they have spawned many biotech startups. They have attracted big pharma to come and invest in research facilities in the greater Boston area. And the city has also been a center for health policy development. Like it or not, the health policy of the United States currently is based upon health policy that was planned in Massachusetts, in Boston.
So I think if you're really interested in doing a lot of legal research and being around attorneys who are in court a lot and preparing for trial, I think it's a great externship, and you definitely get to see a very interesting side of the healthcare field because you're surrounded by prosecutors, and it's nice to see what the government is thinking in certain situations and how they operate. I
think just on a very practical level, it's just skill work. It's a lot of just doing what you will be doing for the rest of your life. But other than that, it shows you how, I think, especially in the field of health law, it shows you how that the law is a very kind of multidisciplinary tool. It's not just law and that's it, but instead it's a tool used by a lot of different people to come to a lot of different goals, and you get an appreciation for that and really can see where where your employment can go and where your future can span too.